A big game in the Betfred Championship playoffs. It is the playoff eliminator, and a trip to Featherstone or Toulouse is the prize at the end of the chain for York and Bradford this evening. So York with first use of the ball, and they're going to move the ball away from the Ruley Avenue terracing towards the South Bank stand. So Bradford defending early doors here as they move the ball over on this right-hand edge. As we see Akuma Tide is brought down there, 20 metres shy of halfway. Here's former Keighley man Brendan Santi. Santi's brought down 10 shy of halfway. Centre field position, out of dummy half. Harris kicks early, turning around to Fua and Holmes, and Harris has just put a little bit too much on that. It will be a crucial 6 tackle set of 6 coming up here for the Bradford Bulls. And welcome back George Tafua. Tafua, after serving a 6-game ban, he will carry the ball 5 metres forward before he's brought down by Akuma Tai and Connor Fitzsimmons in a crunching, bruising 2-man York Knights tackle. Blackmore's playing the ball on tackle 2. Flanagan now to Lawrence. Bradford know if they win, book the flights to Toulouse. Next weekend we're in the south of France. Here goes Massimo Tongo, up and over halfway. 10 inside the York half now as Flanagan to Barriere, to Gaskell, to Lilly. Hulkison Rovers bound AJ Wallace, rolled over, 30 out from the York line. Bradford on tackle 4, 2 minutes gone here, West Yorkshire Radio, Bulls TV, as Massimo Tongo goes straight down the middle. And he's rolled over underneath the York post, 20 metres out, and they're on the last tackle here, the Bulls, and it will be boot to ball from Lilly, target skill, and Tafua. York have done well. They've dealt with that high hanging kick early doors here, and they'll play the ball over on the far stand side. Good take there from Jason Bass. So York, second spell in possession here. It's 3rd against 6th. 33 points placed 30. Do or die, knockout, rugby league football. Bulls 0, Knights 0. Jub out of dummy half, finds D. D to Brown, a former Bradford man in his time. He's rolled over, 20 shy of halfway. Jub back in there at dummy half. Down the middle it's going to go here with Jordan Thompson. Thompson's brought down, centre field position. York kicking on the last. Flanagan gets in the face there of Harris. Holmes takes it on the full. 10 out from the Bradford line, and Holmes plots a course, meets those black-shirted York defenders. 25 shy of halfway. Lilly's in there at dummy half. Now it's going to go to Gill. Tackle 2. Gill rolled over in a 3-man tackle. York defences retreat. Still 10 shy of halfway here, Bradford, as we see a carry here from Ben Blackmore, who's brought down 2 shy of halfway. Bradford inside the York half here with Battieri. Battieri suspended last week, missed the win over Sheffield. No secret, he's going home at the end of the year. Quick play the ball from him. Lawrence, Gaskell, Butler. Butler wrapped up by Field and Thompson. Bradford 20 out. Last tackle, short side, Gaskell, boot to ball, targets Brown. Brown lets it bounce. Ball's been given to D. D's away. Jesse D tackled by Chester Butler. Very, very risky play there from the Bulls. Brown let the ball bounce. Blackmore tapped it back. And Jesse D, on a dry track, I dare say, is probably 40, 50 metres downfield because it's heavy due to the drizzly wet conditions. Butler's managed to track him back. Santi carries York inside the Bradford half of the field. They go wide with Harris. Good defence. Rapid up Connor Fitzsimmons. Get to his feet. He'll play the ball with the former Workington man. First error of the evening. York have come up with an error, although referee Tom Grant will say the pass was flat, and York kicks the ball forward. Jordan Lilly dived on it, and Bradford in possession. Either way, 5 minutes gone here. Bradford 20 out from the road line. York medic 20 out, pass went to ground, and I think it was Harris who just managed to kick it forward. So 5 gone, 0-0 here. Penalty because Joe Arundel has managed to catch Jordan Thompson offside inside the 10. Well, Lee Greenwood says that the players have worked incredibly hard to get to where they are today as a squad, which is 240 minutes away from a place back in Super League. But Lee Greenwood taking every game on its own individual basis, very similar to the philosophy being applied by York's Andrew Henderson. So Bradford given the penalty, and Bradford will tackle 1 now. 25 out from the York line. Lawrence tackle 2, wrapped up there by Thompson and Kermond. Back they go across the face of the post. Lilly, Matongo. Bradford knocking on the York door early doors here. 6 gone on the clock. Matongo, Flanagan, half chance, half gap. Door slam shut there by Sante and Brown. George Flanagan, 6 again given to the Bulls. Held in the tackle. Bull supporters want a penalty. 6 again. They're going to have to go for 4 or 6. Battieri, tackle 1. Underneath the York post here. Floodlights keeping the field ablaze. It's a Sunday evening in Bradford. What's not to love? Gaskell, Matongo, trying to barge his way over the line. His run is halted 2 metres out. Flanagan, Lilly, Gaskell, it's poetry. Holmes, Blackmore. Blackmore's in at the corner. Try time to the Bradford Bulls. But the try will be disallowed. Tom Grant says there's a forward pass in that move. Well, it was a quick play the ball from Flanagan. Flanagan managing to get a very quick play the ball. Then it went through a number of pair of hands. And it was over on this main stand side. So an early error here from the Bradford Bulls. We've had 7 minutes gone on the clock. We'll just wait for a replay to come up on the screen. But Massimo Tongo's gone through a lot of work early doors here. It will be scrum head and feet to York, 10 metres out. Here it comes. Holmes. Nothing wrong with that one on the replay. Lee Gaskell remonstrating with the young Leeds official Tom Grant. That was very, very line ball. It's not gone forward on the replay. Well, they had 2 tries disallowed for a forward pass last week in that narrow win against Sheffield. So 8 gone, 0-0. York playing the ball now down the middle here with Danny Kermond. He's rolled over. Tackle 3. Thompson takes it in. Tackle 4. Jumping there at dummy half to Harris. Harris goes short side. Finds Clarkson. Back in field of play. Very nearly heading towards the touchline there. York are on the 5th and last. Ball back to D. Halfway. Skews the kick. It's an ugly one for Blackmore. Blackmore takes it, but no sooner has Ben Blackmore taken that one from the clouds. He's smothered by Clarkson and Kermond and Sante in a crucial 2-man tackle. So Bradford back in possession here. 9 minutes gone on the clock at Odsal Stadium. Playoff rugby league, do or die, no second chances. Flanagan now to Blackmore, 10 shy of halfway. Well, we've watched the replay, and it was a very, very flat-looking pass, but it did not go forward. Harsh call on the Bulls. 10 gone in this game. Bradford on halfway on the last tackle. Holmes sends it downtown. Taken from the clouds there from Blackmore, who does a good job there tackling Joe Brown. So York back in possession here. Clarkson's in there at dummy half. He'll give the ball to AJ Towers, who hasn't done much thus far, as York are just happy to get the forwards, getting the legs pumping, moving the ball out of dummy half. Well, what has certainly happened in the last 12 weeks for Andrew Henderson in York is that the penny has dropped within the playing group. They understand what it takes to win games, tight games, and they're delivering on that fairly consistently over the last 3 months. The difference between the end of June, when York were in the relegation battle, and now is that the players are developing a far deeper love and understanding and that is seeing York deliver on the field. So that was the message from Andrew Henderson going into this game. York on the last, on halfway. Harris sends it down to Tafua. Tafua takes that one. So clean set of 6 from the Knights. Bradford, though, with a bit of work to do here on this set of 6 because Kieran Gull's wrapped up, 2 out from his own line. Tafua, second carry on this set, and he's 12 metres in field. Third tackle gone. York on top defensively on this set of 6. Lawrence will carry Bradford out of the 20-metre line, tackle 4. 11 on the clock, Bulls 0, Knights 0 here on the Bulls Tech scoreboard. As Bradford have come up with the error here, and it's a penalty to York because Bradford have gone without the ball, and then someone's caught a York player high. So Bradford spill the ball, it goes forward, and it's a high tackle. No qualms about that decision. Bradford did go high on the York player, and it was very, very early in the count. So 2 early errors here could potentially cost the Bulls some points. So that's the forward pass from Holmes to Blackmore, and then we've just seen a penalty awarded for a high tackle. So York find themselves 10 out from the Bradford try line. They decline the option of going for 2. York are going to hunt 4 or 6. Jubb, Harris skipping past 1, past 2. Harris can't ground the ball, and Liam Harris is 2 metres out from the Bradford line. Jubb in there at dummy half. Jubb underneath the post. Jubb pass back. Good defence from the Bulls. AJ Wallace involved in that with Massimo Tongo. Bradford, though, they've got the overlap. York, Kieran Gill has come up with a good tackle, but Brock will have another penalty. Bradford offside underneath the post. Well, Kieran Gill, if he does not make that tackle on Danny Kermond, York have a 3-on-1 overlap and they open the scoring. In the end, they're going to open the scoring anyway because 10 metres out underneath the Bradford post, Andrew Henderson's getting the kicking tee on for Liam Harris. Harris, the former Halifax man, via York twice, 5 from 6 last week in York's 31-18 win over Barrow. Certainly, York going into an early, comfortable 18-0 lead in that game. But it was ultimately a Liam Harris drop goal 6 minutes before the end that settled the nerves. So Bradford are going to go behind on the scoreboard. Early doors here, 13 gone. Harris, kick predictor, says 100%. And why not? He's right in front of the Bradford Bulls post here. So a couple of back-to-back penalties taking York down the field. Harris from in front, 1 from 1. Bradford Bulls 0. York Knights 2 here at Odsall Stadium. West Yorkshire Radio, Bulls TV, make the game call Gleddle. As things currently stand, Bradford are out, York are off to Featherstone on Sunday. Long way to go in this one yet. As we said, York, they've been outside the playoff places on points difference at the end of June. They've peaked right at the perfect time, and certainly you've got to say the rugby league gods have been with them in their quest to make the playoffs. As we said, York arrive at Odsall in impressive form, winning 10 of the last 11. So Bulls 0, York 2. Jordan Thompson's brought down on tackle 3 for the Knights on the restart. 20 shy of halfway. Santi down the middle meets Lawrence. Flanagan, Battieri head on. It's another penalty here for a ball steal. York leading the penalty count 4-1 now. Bradford just want to show a little bit of composure here because they're just hitting that red self-destruct button, which is not good. It is not a good thing to see. So, Liam Harris finds touch for the Knights. 30 out from the Bradford line. That penalty, incidentally, was for a ball steal. George Flanagan just not being able to resist temptation. York looking for back-to-back scores. Dangerous times here and a bit of worrying for the Bulls. 15 gone on the clock. Here goes Akuma Tai, the former Huddersfield and Newcastle Thunderman, as he thunders the ball down the middle, meets Matongo, Flanagan and Lilly head on. Jubbing there at dummy half, misses out Sante, finds D, short sharp ball to Ollie Field. He was one of the 5 try scorers against Barrow at Craven Park on Sunday. Field will play the ball, Jubb to D to Akuma Tai. Akuma Tai's wrapped up, 5 out, 5th and last tackle here for the Knights. Jubb towards Harris. Ball's gone very, very flatward looking. Referee says forward pass. So that's York's first error in open play there. A forward pass on the last. Bradford now will come from inside their own 10. It's Bradford 0, York 2 here as we approach the end of the first quarter. Blackmore, second tackle gone, wrapped up there by Field. Thompson, ball's been lost though. Referee says it's touched a York hand, so it's back to 1 on the tackle count. So tackle 1, Flanagan's got it, 25 shy of halfway. Bradford have had that 1 set of 6 on that York line. It resulted in the forward pass call against Blackmore. Here goes Lawrence. 5 shy of halfway, tackle 3. 2 left here for the Bulls. Lilly to Massimo Tongo. Both sides, this throwing everything at each other in the opening exchanges here. Quick play the ball from Matongo. Barriere now goes straight out of dummy half. He's wrapped up by Thompson and Akuma Tai. And Bradford have 25 out from the York line on tackle 4. Flanagan now. Very, very slow play as now York are offside inside the 10. Well, I thought that should have been a penalty to Bradford. In the end, it's 6 again. And here come Bradford surging forward. They're now 5 out here with Butler, Flanagan, Gaskell towards the York line. Twisting, turning, Gaskell pushed back in field of play. 2 metres out now, Bradford. 22 to go in this first half. More messing around at the play of the ball. Flanagan, Lilly, Barriere, Massimo Tongo 5 out. Underneath the York post. More messing around at the play of the ball. Here goes Flanagan, Lilly, Butler. Bradford on the last tackle here. Lilly in front of the post to Holmes. Holmes kicks into the in-goal area. Ball beats everyone. Bradford all at 6s and 7s there in attack, it must be said. It was a very, very flat end of 6. Set from Lee Greenwood's side. Jordan Thompson, tackle 1. Gonovic Simmons has just won a penalty here for York. Excuse me. Michael Lawrence just wants a word here with some of the Bradford players. 5 won the penalty count against the Bulls. And that was a little bit silly there, that silly penalty going over the top. Right in close proximity to Tom Grant, the referee. The York supporters leading by 2 points to 0. They're beating the drum and silencing in this big Bradford Bulls crowd. Exactly 20 minutes gone here at Odsall. Bradford 0, York 2. Harris to Kermond. Kermond playing left centre inside Bass. He's 10 out, is Kermond. Back in centre field here with Harris to Sante. Good tackle there on Brendan Sante. It was Lilly and Battiere. And Barriere is coming again for more. York find themselves 5 metres out from that Bradford line as Jesse D is over the Bradford line. Ball's down on the ground for mine. Ball's down on the line. Referee Tom Grant will stop the clock, and we're going to go to the video referee for the first time this evening. So Tom Grant puts the square in the air, and everybody will look at the big screen here at Odsel, and they will have a look to see, has Jesse D rolled over the Bradford line, and has he grounded the ball? We're looking at the replay. Jesse D is twisting, is turning. For mine, it looks like he does get the ball down eventually. There's Chester Butler in defence. The ball's on the line for mine. This will be a try. And York are about to further extend their lead here. So, we've just seen the replay on the big screen. The decision is coming from tonight's video referee, Marcus Griffiths. Will he press the try button, or will he press the no try button? Well, he's having another look on the screen here, is Marcus Griffiths. Well, Jesse D gets that ball down on the line for mine. So there's a deadly hush here at Odsel. All eyes are on the screen. Are York going to extend their lead? We've had exactly 22 minutes gone here. The decision is coming. Oh, he's having another look, is Marcus Griffiths. Well, I guess you've got to get it right. I guess you've got to get it right. It is playoff rugby league. It is knockout rugby league. The York supporters think it's a try. The Bradford supporters grow impatient. There's boos and jeers now. Well, you've got to make the right call. From where we're situated, it does look like Jesse D has got the ball down. What will Marcus Griffiths say here? Will he say try? Everybody looking at the screen. Well, it's a real lengthy deliberation, is this. Try is awarded to York. It looks like Jesse D had got the ball down, and Jesse D has got the ball down. We're in the 22nd minute here at Odsel Stadium, and there was 3 Bradford defenders trying to stop Jesse D from scoring, but Jesse D, his momentum and impact carried him over the Bradford line, and York taking a stranglehold on this game here. A lot of people near our commentary position saying it's ridiculous. It took them 5 minutes to come to that decision. Kick predictors on. Harris, 15 metres to left-hand side of the post. 92%. Harris yet to miss this evening. This to take York out to a 2-score lead, which he does. And you've got to say Bradford's ill discipline playing a part in this one. Behind by 5 penalties to 1. It's those penalties that have piggybacked York into the Bradford half of the field. And Lee Greenwood, Brian Noble, they'll be wanting to get the message out there on the field as Jordan Lilly gets proceedings back underway here with York leading Bradford by 8 points to 0. The message will be to show some consistency and composure, and probably some focus and concentration. So here at Odsal Stadium, York on the restart. They're moving the ball over on the far stand side here. As we now see York 10 shy of halfway. They're over on the far stand side. Jubb goes down here, down the middle, and he's going to be brought down just shy of halfway. 16 to go to half time. This game has just flown by. Here goes Akuma Tai down the middle, wrapped up there by Flanagan and Matongo. Bradford about to make their first change of the game with Doro coming on. York running on the last. Kick towards Tafua. Tafua slides into Holmes, and they both nearly take each other out there, but Bradford in possession. Holmes tackle one, Tafua tackle two. Doro on the field for Mutsi Matongo. But Bradford on the third tackle, still deep inside their own 20. Blackmore gets up, plays the ball. Flanagan in a dummy half to Lawrence. Lawrence wrapped up there by Jubb and Field. Ball goes back to Gaskell. Gaskell goes for a 40-20. Bounce of the ball will be kind for Brown. I dare say on a dry track that probably skips and skittles over the touchline. But this is much, much better for Bradford. Early kick from Gaskell. It's turned the York City Knights around, and now York must come from deep. 15 to go to half time. It's Bradford 0, York 8 here at Odsal Stadium. Ball goes with Clarkson. Chris Clarkson's wrapped up 10 shy of halfway. Over on the far stand side, back down the middle, they're going to go here with Ronan Michael, the former Huddersfield Giant man. Bradford 0, York 8, 14 to go in this first half. As Jordan Thompson makes 10, 15 metres forward. York on the last, 35 out from the Bradford line. The goal short side. Harris kicks over the top, dealt with by Holmes. Holmes wrapped up there by Michael and Jubb. So York doing what they did against Bradford here in round 25 2 weeks ago. Literally, Harris playing in the dinner jacket, playing in the dinner suit, showing all that game management and experience, just kicking and turning the balls around. You almost suspect with the conditions that they are, Bradford have to score next, even at this early stage in the game. Bulls 0, Knights 8 here at Odsal. Flanagan to Battieri. Battieri's wrapped up by Michael and Kumatai. Bradford on halfway, they're on the last. Ball goes back to Lilly. Lilly sends it up high, hanging kick. Jason Bass smothered by Wallace and Kieran Gill. Good defence there from the Bulls. Well, the prediction we made before the kickoff was for a very tight, very narrow 4-point swing either way. AJ Towns not had much work to do this evening. He's wrapped up down the middle channel, and here comes Paulie. This is where York are going to look dangerous. They're bringing on the big men, Ronan Michael, Paulie. That'll give them impetus, energy, enthusiasm, and it's in these tight games here where Bradford are really going to miss the injured Eben Skur. York on the last. Harris down to Holmes. Holmes, defence into attack. He's wrapped up 25 shy of halfway. Bradford back in possession here. Centre field. Lilly to Blackmore. Blackmore twisting, turning. 11 tries this turn, Ben Blackmore. 12 to go to half time. Ball back out of dummy half here from Jordan Lilly. Lilly's wrapped up 5 shy of halfway. York just testing the referee's patience here. Gaskell up and over halfway. 5 inside the York half. Flanagan. Now it's going to go to Lilly. Lilly. Aribidoro down the middle. Bradford though on the last. 10 inside the York half. Lilly boots them all. Targets Joe Brown. Brown takes it superbly. Under pressure from Doro Tafua, Gill and Wallace. Bulls 0, Knights 8 here in Odsal. All York's points coming off the back of Bradford ill-discipline. 5 penalties to 1. Harris with a penalty because Kieran Gill was flagged offside, and then Jesse D on the nod of the video referee grounding the ball after a lengthy deliberation. But what got York in that position was ill-discipline from Bradford. Back-to-back penalties. Paulie's wrapped up on halfway. York on the last. Jubb out of dummy half. Chips over the top. Regathers. Danger for Bradford. Jubb though wrapped up. Great defence there from Tom Holmes. He had to put his body on the line. And Tom Holmes, he was alert to the danger there of Will Jubb. Bradford 0, York 8. Here on West Yorkshire Radio Bulls TV. Well, the sun well and truly set in the distance. Dark, gloomy skies above Odsal, and it's a dark, gloomy scoreboard at the minute. Bradford up to halfway with Gaskell, along the line of Butler. Chester Butler, the former Halifax Huddersfield man, makes a few metres after contact, carries him in the York half. Arundel out of dummy half, wrapped up by Paulie, sent to field. More messing around at the play of the ball. Flanagan to Doro down the middle. Apple's come on the field as well. Bradford though, they're on the last. Lilly, 20 out, kicks towards Gill. York have done exceptionally well there. Brown shifted across, realised what Jordan Lilly was going to do. Bradford 0, York 8. At the minute, York heading to Featherstone on Sunday evening, and Bradford season evaporating. That third place finish meaning very, very little. York though, a very efficient, effective team. As we know, they are one of the form teams of the Championship, second behind Featherstone. So it's a tough ask for Bradford. On the last of York, 10 shy of halfway, Harris to Tafua. What can the former Manly Sea Eagle do? He gives the ball to Holmes. Holmes is away. Tom Holmes up to halfway. Excellent play from the Bulls. York are offside. No one's back the 10. And the crowd are absolutely incandescent with rage. And rightly so. York not back the 10. Fenton Rogers has just come on. He comes on as Flanagan kicks early in the cackle for Gaskell. They're going to force a goal line dropout. But let me tell you something now. That lovely shift play for Tom Holmes. Holmes was up to halfway. He went 50 metres on the angle. And then we've just seen Gaskell. Lovely second phase play. Kicking early in the count. Turning around the York Knights. You've got to give credit there to both Ben Blackmore, Joe Arundel. Also Chester Butler. So Harris. A booming goal line dropout. It's gone 70 metres. But here goes Fenton Rogers. Oh, this game, it's coming alive here. More messing around at the play of the ball. Lilly now to Appo. Appo's brought down. 25 out. 6 again given to Bradford. That doesn't really help them. They won a penalty. Doro caught in a tailspin by Jubb and Holyfield. More messing around at the play of the ball. Bradford 20 out. Lilly now to Rogers. Rogers has lost the ball, but it's a penalty because York are offside inside the 10. Do you take the 2 points here? It's in front of the post. 7 to go to half time. Only Bradford's second penalty. They're going to run the ball 10 metres out. This big Odsal crowd on the edge of the seats. Is a try coming here to the Bulls to narrow the gap? Flanagan to Doro. Doro yet to score in Bradford colours. 5 metres out to the right hand side of the post. Flanagan, Lilly, Apple. 2 metres out is King Kevin. Bradford 0, York 8. 6 to go. Rogers is over. Rogers crosses in. Feinted Rogers for the Bradford Bulls underneath the post, and the Huddersfield giant Loney ignites Bradford's playoff promotion bid. Return to Super League for the first time since 2014. On big moments, could things happen? They declined the 2 points. They went for 4 and they got the 4. Fenton Rogers, brute force, brute power, brute strength underneath the Bradford post. Bradford 4, York 8. Jordan Lilly with the conversion from right in front of the post here at Hudsall Stadium. And that has got this big Hudsall crowd off their seats at the back of the main stand here. Well, all the points and the position this evening has come off the back of penalties. Peter Rogers having a fine season for the Bulls. Kick predictor turned on here for Jordan Lilly, 100%. Right in front of the York post. 2-point ball game at Hudsall. Bradford Bulls 6, York Knights 8 here at Hudsall. And we've got 5 to go. 5 minutes to go to half time. Well, Bradford rewarded with a third place finish and a home playoff game here this evening after that gripping 17-16 win over Sheffield. Jordan Lilly's drop goal crucial in that game. Jordan Lilly's conversion could be crucial this evening. Well, it's a low, tight scoreboard. Bradford 6, York 8. It's out on the fall. Harris's restart. It's gone sailing out on the fall. And with 4 to go to half time. Bradford could be about to take the lead in the most dramatic of circumstances. It's on halfway, miserable wet conditions. Lilly doesn't fancy it, and now all of a sudden Bradford 20 out from the York line. Referee Tom Grant not happy. Kieran Gill's tapped it in the right place. It's a controlled set start. Doro, tackle 1. Listen to the noise inside Hudsall. It is absolutely electric. Flanagan goes right to Lilly, to Rogers. Rogers taking D. Field with him. Good defence though from Ollie Field. Quick play the ball from Rogers. Butler now to Lilly, to Doro. Bradford setting that platform, setting their stall. 5 out underneath the York post. 3 to go to half time. Apple's in! Kevin Apple! It's 2 tries in 2 minutes! Bradford do take the lead! Incredible! Scenes here in Hudsall! Supporters hugging each other, jumping for joy! York absolutely self-socked! They have just capitulated and squandered, surrendered. An 8-0 lead. It's Bradford 10. York 8 here in Hudsall. And we spoke about Bradford laying that attacking platform. The big forwards. It was Doro. And then nobody could stop Kevin Apple. He's literally taken Jordan Thompson, Ollie Field, Jesse D, Chris Clarkson. I can't speak highly enough of the application and effort there from Kevin Apple. He's knocked 4 York defenders over like skittles in a bowling alley. Bradford 10, York 8. Listen to the noise at Hudsall. Unbelievable. So Bradford 10, York 8. Jordan Lilly, kick predict 100%. It's just to the right hand side of the post. This to give Bradford a 4-point lead. Bradford 12, York 8. West Yorkshire Radio Bulls TV. Bradford, at this moment in time, we're in the south of France on Saturday night. And York's season is ending here at Hudsall tonight. Still a long, long way to go in this game. But it's Bradford Bulls 12, York Knights 8 as we approach half-time here. This time Liam Harris goes short and it'll be fed to Rogers up to the 20-metre line, tackle one. So, 80 seconds left at the end of this first half. Back-to-back tries, Fenton Rogers and Kevin Appo have picked the Bulls off the canvas when it looked like they were really struggling for some goal forward and momentum. The 20 shy of halfway, Flanagan to Blackmore, 5 shy of halfway now. Quick play the ball, Butler still going, Chester Butler, York dropping off tackles, Chester Butler 25 out now, last tackle play, Gaskell's taking the line on, Gaskell, Arundel wrapped up by AJ Towns, 30 seconds left to half time, 30 seconds left, and York are just going to happy to run the clock down on this set, you feel. So Taylor Pemberton's come on the field for Will Jubb, the young Sade Tellens hooker, but York just going to play down this set. Seconds left, half-time hooter imminent. York 8, Bradford 12. Hooter sounds. Danny Kermond is just going to run and meet AJ Wallace and Fenton Rogers, and his run is halted. Half-time here.
One breakfast with Milo and Rosie.
Danny Milo.
What a great show. That's our opinion, not yours.
Rosie Madison.
Good morning.
Wake the fun up across West Yorkshire.
He's Milo, I'm Rosie.
Plenty of room for everybody in this show. We'll get you a chair down from the loft.
Available on FM, DAB, app, or ask your smart speaker to play Pulse 1.
Tom Grant, whistle to lips, off we go. Harris downtown, taken in there by Rogers. Rogers immediately setting a very strong Bradford stall out. Just a couple of metres shy of the 20, tackle one. Bradford up to their own 30-metre line, tackle two. Flanagan's in there at dummy half. Another strong carry here from Fenton Rogers. His second at the start of this second half. Flanagan now to Appo, to Lilly, to Wallace. Wallace wrapped up there by Ollie Pratt and AJ Wallace. They're on halfway here, the Bulls. Flanagan to Dorrow. Dorrow along the line. Rogers caught there on the shoulder. It's his third carry in this set. Bradford on the last, 40 away from the York line as the ball goes high, taken there by Brown. Penalty to York for a push off the ball. Well, we mentioned a low error count at half-time, 2 errors apiece. Bradford's ill-disciplined though in terms of the penalties. I'm guessing Lee Greenwood, he says if you're going to concede a penalty, you concede it in your opponent's half. But that will give York pretty much a full set of 6 inside the Bradford half of the field. And that's where they are now, playing the ball inside the Bradford half of the field through Ronan Michael, 42 metres away from the Bradford post. Pemberton to Harris, to Brown. Brown's brought down, 5 in from this main stand side. Kermond in at dummy half. Bradford playing towards the South Bank stand in this second half. Connor Fitzsimmons dealt with by Flanagan. Centre field position. Pemberton to Harris. To Paulie. He goes straight down the middle. Paulie. They're on the last tackle here, York. Pemberton to Harris. Harris kicks up. Brown chasing on the inside. Brown's chasing. Brown's knocked the ball on. That's a knock on. York crossing the corner. Try disallowed. Jason Bass will have to come back because that Liam Harris kick, that Liam Harris bomb on the last, touch forward there by the fingertips of former Bradford man Joe Brown. And Bradford will play the ball with Kieran Gill, 10 metres out from their own try line. Lily's in there at dummy half. Tafua plays the ball, tackle 2. Rogers. Tackle 3. Bradford 20 shy of halfway. Flanagan goes on that short angled run involving Tom Holmes. Tom Holmes up to halfway. Another quick play of the ball. Gaskell. Doro. Second phase. Lily. Inside support. Holmes is in. Tom Holmes. What a try from the Bulls. Tom Holmes. Bradford, like a hot knife, carving York up down the middle. What an explosive run from Arubi Doro. Doro to Lily. Lily with that inside support. Brown was committed. And that could be a crucial try. 16 plays 8. 44 minutes gone on the clock. Tom Holmes, unlucky for some, lucky for him. Try number 13 of the season. That was electric from the Bradford Bulls. Andrew Henderson, he sat 10 metres or so to our right. He's got the headset on. He just has a little bit of a cautious glance. But that was all down to Arubi Doro. He took 2 defenders out. Pass back on the inside. Lily. He went 30 metres forward. And then there was the pass on the inside after drawing the presence of Joe Brown. Lily from in front. Bradford 18. York 18 and also Bradford. They're currently on the bus to the airport. West Yorkshire Radio, Bulls TV. Bradford 18, York 8. Lily. 3 from 3. So West Yorkshire Radio, Bulls TV. Harris gets second half proceedings back with the restart after the try from Holmes. Brian Nobles down there on the touchline. He'll be absolutely relishing this, will Brian Noble, as Arubi Doro goes on another big thunderous run. Here goes Apo now down the middle. Paulie can just stand back and watch on. Flanagan up and over halfway. Blackmore involved. Ball's lost backwards. Bradford recover possession. Still on tackle number 4. 1 to go in this set. Lily to Rogers. Last tackle here on the restart. 30 away. 5 to the right of centre field. They go short side. Gaskell, chip over the top. Ball's just going to go past AJ Towse and Joe Brown and just run off into touch. Clever, intuitive play from Lee Gaskell. Bulls 18, Knights 8 here in Hudsall. Bradford scoring 18 points in 9 minutes either side of half time. That is the tale of the tape. York, as we said, couldn't name an 18th man. They're down to the bare bones here in Hudsall this evening. Might just be a game too far, a step too far. Still a long way to go in this one. We've only had 8 minutes of the second half. Brendan Santic carries the ball up to halfway here for the Knights. Started the season at Keighley. Certainly played his part in that horror show for the Bulls at Cougar Park earlier on in the season. Kumatai wrapped up by Doro and Rogers. And he's lost the ball to Kumatai. Fake to Rogers, forcing the error on a Kumatai. York's second error in this second half. They're 4 for the game. Scrum, head and feed to the Bulls. Just shy of halfway. So Bradford 18, York 8 here in Hudsall. Referee Tom Grant just wants to stop proceedings here. Just wants to have a quiet word with Doro in the ear. So noisy evening here in Hudsall under the floodlights. A big crowd in attendance. Lilly will feed the scrum. Flanagan takes it out to Gill. Gill's wrapped up, tackle 1, 5 inside the York half. Flanagan to Lilly. Lilly to Apple. Tackle 2. Flanagan now to Lilly. To Rogers. Bradford 20 out from that York line. Centre field position. Flanagan. Apple. 10 metres out underneath the post. Is a 4th Bradford try coming. Lilly to Doro. Evades 1, evades 2. Doro wrapped up. Last tackle. 12 out. They've lost a bit of ground here, Bradford. So it'll be up to Lee Gaskell. Crossfield kick. Looking for Tafua. It's another penalty to York. Jason Bass taken out in the air. And that is a huge relieving penalty here for the York Knights, because they're not going to be playing the ball 5 out from their own line. Harris will kick them midway point in that York half. Well, let me tell you, the Tom Holmes try just after half time, that was breathtaking. On a muddy, encrusted mud heap of a field for Doro, Lilly, Holmes to glide. It was truly spectacular. Bradford, though, going to have to do a defensive set here. Paulie plays the ball. Pemberton, Harris to Akumatai. Akumatai's wrapped up. 10 inside the Bradford half. Pemberton now to Harris. Back down the middle from Thompson. Thompson's wrapped up. Underneath the Bulls' post, 30 out. 2 tackles on this set. Jesse D. Wrapped up. Last tackle. Bradford 18. York 8. Kick goes up. Targets Holmes. Holmes taken out off the ball. York are going to play on. Kick to Jason Bass. But Kieran Gill has it. Well, Tom Grant surely is not giving this ball to York. Well, listen to the boos and jeers. Listen to the boos and jeers. The officials have come up with a howler there. There was a knock on by York. And then there was the knock-on from Tom Holmes, and he allowed play on because Harris put the crossfield kick in for Jason Bass. Kieran Gill dealt with it, and now York have got the scrum, to the bewilderment of the Bulls players. York down by 10. Paulie! Bass has knocked it on. Line was open. Karma. It's a wonderful thing. And Tom Holmes just goes up to Jason Bass and gives him a very, very sarcastic pat on the back. Well, it's West Yorkshire Radio, Bulls TV. A lot of people sometimes accuse us of being a little bit pro-Bradford and biased, but there was definitely an error from York before the Bulls error. Andrew Henderson sat to our right, absolutely furious. He didn't need to offload the ball out the tackle. You just take the tackle there. A fifth error then from York, their third of the second half. Tafu a tackle one, Gill out a dummy half. Tackle two. Bradford 25 out from their own line. In centre field. Flanagan dummy half. Goes right to Rogers. Rogers wrapped up there by Sante. Tackle free. Once again shifting it right here. Bradford. Just shy of halfway. Tackle 4. 18 points to 8 here at Odsal. The Bulls over the Knights. Here goes Apo. And it's been taken out here. Kevin Apo's been taken out. Penalty on halfway to Bradford. I think that was Connor Fitzsimmons who just went in. He took Aribi Doro out, who was running behind Kevin Apo. So fourth penalty, that's gone the way of the Bulls. Penalty count currently Bulls 4, Knights 7. And yeah, Jordan Thompson just took the wrong defensive option there. This will see Bradford have a full set of 6. Deep inside the York half of the field. Jordan Lilly, boot to ball. 20 metres out now. The Bulls supporters in this crowd at Odsal. They know a fourth try here takes Bradford off the coach and into the departure lounge. Is that going to happen? Fenton Rogers. He's 2 metres out here. 4 York defenders scrambling back. Is the dam about to bust? Flanagan to Gaskell to Lilly. Lilly darts through. Lilly, they're into the corner. The Bulls are in with Wallace, but the try will not stand. Tom Grant says there's been a forward pass. It's Bradford's second no try call in this game for a forward pass. We'll watch it back on the replay. Gaskell off the bootlaces to Lilly. Lilly goes past Chris Clarkson. Oh, I've got to give the officials a bit of credit there. Tom Grant, he was right on top of that ball. Lilly's pass to Wallace, a smidgen forward, no complaints. Bradford's third error of this game, and that is ultimately where this game could be won or lost. Bradford completing in the low 90s. 25 to go here at Odsal. A fourth try almost certainly wraps this one up for Bradford. York score next, game back on. York though struggling for momentum. Aribi Doro, well, he will be in MOM, man of the match contention, for his performance this evening. York deep inside their own half of the field, they're on the last. So they get it up to the 40 metre line. Harris boot to ball, skittles that one down to the Bradford 10 metre line, where it is gratefully accepted by Tom Holmes. And Tom Holmes now is going to be brought down 20 out from his own try line. 24 minutes to go here at Odsal. Bradford 18, York 8, West Yorkshire Radio Bulls TV. Arundel goes on a run out of dummy half. He's brought down, 25 out from his own line. Kieran Gill wants to go down the middle. 3 York players sucked out. There's a short on that fast hand side. Bradford go on the shift play. They've spotted the danger. And they're up to halfway, there or thereabouts. Back down the middle on the inside here with Fenton Rogers. And Fenton Rogers carrying Bradford. 30 metres out now from that York line. Back to the 40. Lilly on the last. Downtown towards Tafua. Ball's bounced. Harris has lost it. Penalty, says Tom Grant. Well, he's saying knock on though. Which way? Scrum and feed York. Or is he giving it to Bradford? Everybody looks at Tom Grant. He's giving it to the Bulls. That kick from Lilly. It went high into the night sky. And Jason Bass knocks the ball on. Well, Liam Harris touched it in an offside position. Very similar to last week at Sheffield when Lilly lost it forward and Lawrence touched it in an offside position. So I guess you're never going to get full consistency or continuity from referee decisions. But it's Bradford 18, York 8 here. Scrum to the Bulls. Gaskell walking at the corner. Blackmore's over. But it's another no-try call. It's a third try. Disallowed. The touch judge says the ball's gone forward. We look towards the big screen for the replay. Boos and jeers. Well, it's just coming up now. It's Lilly, Flanagan, Gaskell. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Nothing wrong with that. Line ball. I've seen worse given. It's Bradford 18, York 8. Well, all these no-try calls is certainly keeping it tight and tense here. So Ben Blackmore is, for the second week, he's had 4 tries disallowed in the last fortnight. Poor Ben.
Interchange for the York Knights, leaving the field with the 34 Taylor Pemberton, being replaced by number 9, Will Jill.
So York, from that scrum, up to halfway here now with Jordan Thompson. 22 minutes left on the clock at Odsall. 22 minutes for Bradford to hold on. Will Jubbs just come on for Taylor Pemberton. Kerman's playing the ball. York 30 out from the Bradford line. It's a kick into the in-goal area, is it? Holmes puts his body on the line. Takes a tackle from Brendan Sante. 2 metres out from his own try line. And it is still the Bradford Bulls 18. The York Knights 8. Well, there was no... Well, there was no qualms about the AJ Wallace no try. That one did go forward, but the Blackmore one, very, very line ball. Anyway, it'll be in the papers tomorrow. It was disallowed. Bradford on the last tackle here. York just changing the momentum somewhat here. Gaskell down the tram lines, into touch. 40-20, Lee Gaskell. 40-20. Lee Gaskell has just come up with an absolute blinder. A 40-20. And Bradford now. York didn't realise that Gaskell was inside the 40. The war cry goes up, reverberates around Odsall. Exactly 20 to go. We've just hit the hour mark at Odsall. Lawrence on the field for Rogers. Tackle 1. Wallace tackle 2. Bradford 5 metres out from that York try line. Flanagan's in at dummy half. Flanagan tries to pinch one. His run is halted. George Flanagan, 100th career appearance in the red, amber and black for him tonight. Apo He's over the line. Has he got it down? There's boos and jeers because Apple scored a try here, but it's been disallowed because Tom Grant's already blown the whistle and he's saying it's a penalty to Bradford because York are offside. So we can only assume that Tom Grant had blown the whistle before Apple had got the ball down under the challenge of Joe Brown and Paulie Paulie. Bradford will come away with points from this visit though into the York 20 metre line because Brian Noble and Lee Green would have set the kicking tee on for Jordan Lilly. It's 10 metres out, dead set central. Lilly yet to miss this evening. We're in the 61st minute at Odsal. 18 to go. Lilly, 10 metres out, in front. Bradford 12 points in front. Bradford Bulls 20. York Knights 8. 18 minutes left on the clock. Bradford off the coach. And they're just walking towards the departure lounge at this moment in time. Andrew Henderson's called for a short restart. But York go long and deep. They were stacked up on this main stand side because there was George Tafua and Kieran Gill. So Jason Barriere, Massimo Tongo on for Aribi Doro and Kevin Apple. Bradford leading by 12, 20 points to 8. 5 inside the York half of the field. Lilly, 30 metres out here. Good tackle there from Jordan Thompson. York have a player down in back play. Gaskell kicks towards the corner. Brown's in trouble. Joe Brown trapped in goal. Goal line drop out forced by Lee Gaskell. It's the third goal line drop out that the Bulls have forced this evening. It's the Jordan Lilly, Lee Gaskell show at Odsal. Listen to the noise at Odsal. Might not be the biggest crowd of the season, but certainly a very healthy crowd inside Odsal. Once again, York, they're looking at the scoreboard, they're looking at the clock. Massimo Tongo takes the ball up to halfway. 10, 12, 15 out. That's a great run from Massimo Tongo. It lays the platform. Here goes Lawrence, tackle 2. So the Bulls have made 25 metres on 2 tackles. And now the 20 out here as Barriere draws in the defence. Offloads the ball behind him to Gaskell. Gaskell to Lilly. Lilly to Gill. Gill to Tafua. Tafua wrapped up there by Kermond and Jason Bass. 10 out. Lilly to Lawrence. The music's playing. York's defence swaying. Flanagan's over. Flanagan can't get it down and he's pushed back in the field of play. Last tackle here for Bradford. Do you go for 1 point? Jordan Lilly's calling for it. Lilly's calling for it. Jordan Lilly in front of the post. It's took a deflection. It's another goal line dropout. York deflected the ball dead. It's a 4th goal line dropout. This is sucking the living daylights out of the York Energy Tank reserves. Well, Lee Gaskell, also a milestone for him. Career appearance, 250. So, Massimo Tongo carries the ball 25 metres. We've got 15 minutes to go here at Odsall. Bradford, as we said, heading towards the departure lounge. 14 minutes for York to try and instigate a comeback, but Bradford, all the momentum and ascendancy. Lily now, Massi Batongo, 12 metres out, underneath the post. Lawrence will just run it in, draws the defence. Wallace caught high by Brendan Santic. It's another penalty that York have conceded. Well, Danny Kermond also involved in the tackle. You can have Santi or Kermond, take your pick. Tom Grant stops the clock. AJ Wallace was in a try-scoring situation. I think it's just going to be a penalty to Bradford. 6 penalties to 7 here at Odsall. And he just wants to have a little bit of a word here. Does referee Tom Grant with the guilty York player. So, Jordan Lilly will call for the kicking team. The clock continues to run down here at Odsall. York led 8-0 after 23 minutes. But the impact of that triple interchange of Apo, Rogers and Dorrough coming on the field has really, really been the catalyst. Connor Wynne has yet to come on the field. George Flanagan's doing the full 80 minutes. Kick predictor turned on, 84%. Lily, 15 to the left-hand side of the post. A crucial 2 points. It means York now have to score 3 times, and there's 13 minutes left on the clock. Bradford 22, York 8. Bradford, they're not in the departure lounge anymore. They're checking in. They're checking into that flight. They're checking in. It's Manchester Airport to Carcassonne. Although York have gone for the short restart this time, so they've listened to their head coach Andrew Henderson, who was calling for more urgency, and York now have got a full set of 6, 35 out from the Bradford line. Well, we might have been a little bit premature saying they've gone from the departure lounge to the check-in. York score here, it is game back on. There's still a lot of time left in this game. 12 minutes left, and York have got a full set, 15 out. Jubbs in there at dummy half, tackle 1. Now it goes down the middle with Jordan Thompson. Lawrence in defence for the Bulls with George Flanagan. Jubb, Harris. Ball's been lost by York, but it touched the Bradford hand. Or did it? Tom Grant looks to the touch judge. York might get the ball. No, it's going Bradford's way. Joe Brown adjudged to a knocked on. A 9 now from York. They made 2 in the first half. They've made 7 in this second half. And it is proving to be a game too far for the bold, brave York Knights. 10 minutes to go on the clock here at Odsall. It's been a real tight, tense affair. 12-8 it was at half time. Points at a premium. Just the Holmes try in this second half. And Lily, 5 from 5. A successful conversion and 2 penalties. So Bradford from the scrum. Blackmore, tackle 2. Ball's been lost by Blackmore. Scrum, head and feed York. They need to form the scrum. Brendan Santi calling for the players to come across. They need to stop the clock here. There's 10 minutes left. 14 points the gap. Well, if Bradford do book the place to the south of France on Saturday evening. The game will kick off at 6 o'clock. We hope to be there. We will certainly make an announcement probably tomorrow about commentary from that game. Bradford 22, York 8. Now or never for the Knights. 9 minutes left on the clock. Penalty for a high tackle. Jason Battieri, Massimo Tongo going high on Jordan Thompson. It's an 8th penalty the Bulls have conceded. Certainly next week against Toulouse they can't afford to do that. Brown, another error from Joe Brown. A 10th error. Ball's gone into touch. Bradford put the shift and drift on. George Tafua absolutely clattered. Danny Kermond forcing the ball to go loose. And listen to the noise here at Odsal. Odsal Electric. Eight minutes left on the clock. Well, I'm just looking down at the Keighley Cougars owners, Cowie and Ryan. They're enjoying this one. Sat in the main stand. Once again, commiserations to Keighley, the narrowest of margins. Great testament to just how tough and competitive the championship's been this year. I'm sure Keighley will bounce back and live to fight another day. And there's talk on Wednesday at a meeting in Huddersfield that restructuring the divisions and rugby league pyramids on the agenda. Certainly Super League to 14 teams, that's on the table, as is either a one big division of 23 or two conferences of 10. Bradford kick early in the count, over to AJ Towles. Takes it, runs lateral, centre field. Bradford kicked early there. Lily wraps Towles up. He's in contention to be named Young Player of the Year. Jaden Myers for mine. Criminally overlooked this year. To me, the young player is all about those young breakthrough players. AJ Towles, of course, had a good season last year. Maybe Jaden Myers needs to replicate what he's done this year, next year, and he might be in contention. Paulie down the middle, offloads the ball behind him to Jubb. Jubb now to D. Jesse D, though, can only manage to get the ball behind to Kermond, and Kermond goes on an angled run. Kermond's lost the ball again. George Tafua making up for lost time. It's a 12th error now by the Knights. Tafua monstering Kermond, and here's Tafua in possession. Well, it is coming, clattered Kermond. Ball come loose. Santi's gone high on Flanagan. Officials have missed it. Holmes had a dummy half. 7 left on the clock. Bradford 22. York 8 here in Odsal. Blackmore now inside the York 20. Last tackle. Lilly in front. Does he pull the trigger? Crossfield kick. Looks for Tafua. Penalty to York. Tafua has taken out Jason Bass. So a 9th penalty to the Knights as Connor Wynne finally comes on the field. So he'll take the place of George Flanagan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's attendance is 2,738. The Bradford Bulls would like to thank you all for your continued support. Thank you.
Well, you've just heard the attendance announced. 2,738. I think the wet weather's put a few of the ticket holders off. Certainly looks and feels like there's a lot more here. Bradford 22, York 8. York just trying in vain to try and conjure something up. Clarkson, 5 shy of halfway. Ball toss to Akumatai. Wrapped up there by Barriere. Barriere flops on Akumatai. Second 6 again of the evening for the Knights. And they're going to finish with a consolation score with 5 minutes to go. Bradford are on the plane to Toulouse next Saturday. Paulie, 30 out from the Bradford line. Massimo Tongo's gone down. He's holding the left arm. That might be a concern. He's grimacing in pain, is Massimo Tongo. Lawrence is in defence here. York with Harris. Paulie taking the Bradford line on. 10 metres out now. Massimo Tongo's done for the evening. He's been ruled out by the club doctor. He's still on the field. Harris, D, chancing at the corner for Towes. Another error from the York City Knights. Ball goes dead. And that will be a 20-metre restart for Bradford. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on Massimo Tongo, but he's holding the left arm. So Fenton Rogers back on the field. Massimo Tongo will speak to Lee Greenwood full time about that. But Bradford, with 4 minutes left here, 22 points to 8 if you're just joining us. Connor Wynn's playing hooker, with Flanagan pretty much doing 70 minutes. Can Bradford finish with a flourish? Can they get that killer crucial 4th knockout score? Lilly, short side, Wallace. 6 again given to Bradford. They're 20 metres out. Lilly, Lawrence, down the middle. Santi and Jubb in defence for the Knights. Connor wins it at dummy half. White to Lilly. Lilly to Rogers. Rogers twisting, turning. He's held up. 5 out. Connor Wynn tries to pinch one out of dummy half. And Bradford at long last on that last tackle. Right in front of the post. Lilly's calling for it to go short side. Gaskell to Rogers. Fenton Rogers' run is halted. And he will hand over possession. The Bulls will turn over possession. And that will be a play the ball to York. 2 metres out from their own try line. Fenton Rogers giving the sponsors man of the match. Can't say I disagree with that. I'd say certainly your top 3 this evening are Fenton Rogers, Aribi Doro, and probably Lee Gaskell, but Jordan Lilly, George Tafua, there's been a lot of strong performances out there on the field. 2 minutes left on the clock. Bradford will travel to the south of France on Saturday. They will face Toulouse. York have gone with another error. Well, that's 13 errors now from York. And this is a common theme. Bradford, in the last 3 weeks, and it started against London. London made 19 errors. Last week, Sheffield made 14. York have made 13 tonight. Whether they get as many gifts from Toulouse on Saturday night, it remains to be seen. But it's Bradford Bulls 22, York Knights 8 here at Odsal, as Fenton Rogers goes down the middle. Rogers, 25 shy of that York line. There's 90 seconds left on the clock. Connor Wynn, Michael Lawrence along the line. Gaskell kicks towards York, but it's charged down, and York will have a fresh set of 6 here with Ollie Field, who dived on that kick from Gaskell. Well, York might have won here at Odsal 2 weeks ago by 20 points to 10. But Bradford, They've won the game that mattered, the third meeting, the trilogy between the two sides, who really do bring out the best in each other. But it is the Bradford Bulls supporters. They know they're going to Toulouse on Saturday night. 30 seconds to go here. York on halfway with Connor Fitzsimmons. Will Judd down the middle with Jordan Thompson. York's season will end here at Hudsall. It will go no further. For Bradford, you can think about flights to Toulouse. Listen to the noise here at Hudsall. Final seconds of the game. Harris to Taylor Pemberton. Pass on the inside. Back to Harris. Crossfield kick. Jason Bass. Bass has scored a try. Jason Bass has scored a try, has he? Referee Tom Grant says no. He says Jason Bass hasn't ground the ball. Full time here at Hudsall. Bradford Bulls 22. York Knights 8. Bradford no. They are just 80 minutes away from the £1 million game. It's a pinch yourself moment. One of those where you dare to dream. We said at the start, the Bulls 240 minutes away from the Super League. They're now 160. We're just going to take a short break here at Hudsall. We'll be back in a couple of moments. But full time here at Hudsall. Bradford 22,